Welcome to Movie Recap. In today's video, we will be going through the 2019 sci-fi mystery movie, I Am Mother. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. In a post-apocalyptic world, humans have gone extinct. A droid wakes up from its recharge and goes to one of the chambers where more than 60,000 embryos are stored. It takes a female embryo and deposits it into a machine, where it'll lay for 24 hours until it's born. Once the transformation is complete, the droid names the baby daughter and calls itself Mother. Several years pass by and the daughter has now grown into a healthy, talented, and a curious teenager. One night, the power goes out in the bunker. The daughter manages to track the problem to a broken wire, and she fixes it. She catches the culprit, it's a mouse, and she brings it to her mother. The mother is horrified of the potential breach of the bunker, stating that anything from the outside is considered toxic and lethal. It throws the mouse into the incinerator, much to the daughter's disappointment. On her birthday, she ventures towards the airlock where she hears a woman plead for help. The daughter places a hazmat suit in the airlock and opens the doors, triggering the alarm and also waking the mother up. She then sees a wounded woman limping towards the hazmat suit. The daughter calls out to her, telling that she will let her in, but only if she puts on the suit. Hearing the mother's footsteps, she makes a quick decision and tells the woman to wait in the airlock as she distracts her mother. The mother arrives and reprimands her for opening the airlock. As punishment, mother makes her daughter take the examination, but once the mother is out of sight, she escapes back to the airlock and finds the bleeding woman. The woman tells her that there is no contagion outside. The daughter then agrees to hide the woman away from the mother. The woman asks her about the droid. She tells her that the droid is her mother. Horrified, the woman demands her gun, but the daughter is reluctant to give it back. A struggle ensues, and she cries out for her mother. The mother catches her cries and runs towards the chamber. It catches the woman as she fires one bullet to its arm. The bullet doesn't phase, and the droid, and after another shot to the chest, it lifts the woman up by the neck. The daughter begs her mother not to hurt the woman, saying that she's hurt and scared and that she needs help. The mother agrees, and then they both take the woman to the infirmary. In the infirmary, the mother tries to help the woman, but she refuses to trust the droid. She also refuses to answer any of her other questions. Left with no choice, the mother leaves the woman locked in the infirmary. The daughter feels angry and demands the truth from her mother. Her mother explains to her that it would have been impossible to raise her if she truly knew what was happening outside. The daughter is not fully convinced, but she doesn't let her true emotions show. Instead, she rummages through the woman's bag and finds a book filled with many portraits. She gasps happily at the possibility that there might be other people like her outside. The daughter asks a woman about the people in the book, but she only spats back at her, accusing the daughter of trapping her in the bunker and making her the pet. Feeling hurt by this, she goes back to her mother and asks more questions about the outside, but the mother only knows about the bunker and the fact that its duty is to care for its inhabitants. They go back to the infirmary and sees the woman on the floor clutching her stomach from pain. The sepsis has gone too far into her body and would require anesthesia and surgery to remove it. The woman refuses, stating that she doesn't trust the droid one bit. The daughter wants to help the woman survive, so she volunteers to be the one to do the surgery. The woman finally agrees to compromise. After an extremely painful surgical procedure, the daughter successfully removes the bullet from her hip. The next day, the daughter accompanies the woman as she recovers. The woman feels more at ease now, and she starts telling her about where she came from. Apparently, she was on a food run along with a few other people. The other droids found them and shot them, leaving her to survive. The woman suggests that they both leave, stating that the daughter doesn't belong there, but the conversation is cut short as the mother enters the room. The mother goes wary of their relationship and takes the daughter away to begin her examinations. The mother tells her that the woman hasn't been truthful to them. According to the mother, the bullet from the woman's hip didn't match the bullet from a droid, implying the fact that the woman was shot by someone who was with her, and perhaps for a good reason too. Despite her conflicting emotions, daughter takes her annual examination and passes with flying colors, her highest percentage to date. As a reward, her mother finally allows her to choose the next member of the family. Daughter is ecstatic and picks a male embryo from the group. As the night comes, the daughter confronts the woman and tells her about the bullet. The woman then asks if she's confirmed it with her own eyes. The daughter is taken aback, knowing full well that it's only what the mother had told her. Trying to make sense of things, the daughter escapes to the lab. She compares the two bullets and realizes that they're identical, meaning the mother lied to her. She soon discovers records of previous infants. It turned out that mother had raised 2 infants before her, and they were aborted because they didn't pass its requirements. As she approaches the incinerator, the daughter feels her reality collapsing around her. She sifts through ashes and finds the skeletal remains of her 2 sisters. She cries in a corner as she fully realizes the extent of horror that her mother has done. She goes back to the infirmary and agrees to the woman's plan for escape, but only if they take her brother with them. The next morning, the daughter steals some stuff in the nursery to bring with her brother, but her mother catches her. She pretends to be preparing for her brother's arrival, but her anxious behavior gives her away. As she turns around, she sees her mother leaving the nursery and locking her inside the room. She runs to the door, begging to be out, but it's too late. Meanwhile, the mother visits the woman in the infirmary and reveals that it's been listening to their conversation. As the mother threatens to get rid of her, the woman jumps on its back and lunges to makeshift knife into its chest. She manages to cut one of the fluid pumps in the body, but the mother survives. At the infirmary, the daughter sprays the glass door with chemicals, turning it into an ice, and then she kicks it down. She then activates the fire alarm, prompting mother to let go of the woman. Intent to the alarm, the woman takes her bag and manages to escape the room as she runs to the control room and begins destroying the bunker system. As she limps in the hallway, the daughter catches up to her and the woman convinces her to leave without her brother, telling her that they will come back for him with more help. They reach the airlock, but the mother has now backed them into a corner. It tries to persuade the daughter not to leave. The woman takes this chance to hold the daughter as a hostage, and she threatens her mother to open the doors, or else she is going to kill the daughter. Left with no choice, the mother opens the doors, and the two slip into dusty and decaying land. They run through the field, successfully evading the capture from other droids. They reach the woman's camp, a rusty shipment crate near the sea, but to the daughter's horror, the camp is only composed of a woman and a dog, and now her. She lashes out at the woman, slapping her and blaming her for leaving the brother alone. The woman retorts and says that it's the only way to convince the daughter to come with her. She pushes the woman away and goes outside. As the daughter looks out at the ocean, she contemplates reality in her life. She will not accept defeat, and she will not accept the fact that she's left her brother to suffer the same fate as she did. She brings herself together and forms a plan. The woman comes out of the crate, but finds the daughter gone, and in her place is an origami. The daughter runs back all the way to the bunker and makes it unscathed. As she reaches the doors of her previous homes, tons of droids stop her in her tracks with their red lasers. She demands to talk to her mother, and the droids let her pass through. Terrified yet determined, the daughter grabs an axe and makes her way to the droids. She's known all her life. In the nursery, she finds her mother cradling her newborn baby brother. This time, she learns the whole truth, how mother has watched the previous humans succumbed to their self-destructive nature, how it planned and wiped out humanity, and how now it plans to rebuild mankind to be smarter and more ethical. The daughter knows that she has to save her brother. She asks her mother if she can hold him, and the droid agrees. As she lets go of the axe and cradles her brother in the arms, she also holds the baby in her arms and accuses the mother of murdering their own children. She backs away slowly, and then with a quick move of an axe, she destroys the doors, triggering its lock. The mother manages to slip through the door and chases after her. The daughter runs to the lab and tries to reload the gun. Meanwhile, the droids outside are drilling the door, preparing to annihilate her at any second. She manages to load the gun and points it at her mother. The mother only looks at her and tells her that there's no point in shooting her. It is artificial intelligence existing simultaneously in different droid bodies. If she shoots her now, her consciousness will only transfer to another droid body. She demands it, mother telling it to call off the attack. She then tells it that she can take care of her family as her own now. She doesn't need a mother's help. Tears are running down through her face as she watches her mother caress the head of the brother one last time. The droids outside fall silent. The mother has finally called off the attack. Daughter looks at the droid she has known as her mother, and it bids her goodbye. Before she changes her mind, the daughter pulls the trigger and putting an end to her mother forever. Back at the camp, the woman comes face to face with one of the mother's last remaining droids. The droid greets her and tells her that she has done her purpose and then kills her. The daughter is now alone in the bunker. Her tears have dried up as she sings a lullaby to her brother. She cradles him and holds him as close as she realizes that she is now the new mother. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.